Camera number 224 of 365 is the Minolta Vectis S100. It's an APS format camera. It takes those cartridges that drop into the camera. Could be regarded as a basic point and shoot, but you can change the lenses. But there are a few other features in the camera which hopefully we'll cover. But let's go ahead first of all and put a battery in the camera with the compartment there. So the camera takes two CR2 batteries, and we put those in the same orientation, and then just close the door. And then we turn the camera with the on-off button, and then the camera comes to life. And so just looking through, let's just bring that a little bit closer if we can, just change the focus. So looking through the viewfinder, we really have on the right hand side or plus, minus, or a flashing yellow or green light that shows focus. The plus and minus show us whether or not we've got exposure correct or not. The film is placed in the camera by pressing that, and that's automated, and then we just drop our cartridge in, and then the camera advances the frame to frame 1. There we go. And then we have our our flash button, which can cycle through red eye reduction or no flash at all. And then self timer, and then our program mode button. We can cycle through P, which is program mode, or we can do portrait, landscape, macro, sports, or nighttime portrait. And then we have the different formats: panorama, normal, or not so normal, square format really. And there's if you like a factory reset button. And then we have a little panel that reveals yet more. We have exposure compensation. We can have aperture or shutter priority. We've got a little icon which I'm not sure about. It says it's got an eye, and it says WL. Not quite sure about that. And then two other buttons that allow us to imprint a time. And then we have a film rewind button. I'm not sure what SL. Let's confess I don't know what that does, to be perfectly honest. But certainly has a few other functions. Aperture priority and shutter priority is nice to include. It gives a bit more usability, and particularly with exposure compensation, because it's DX coding. Typically the films, I think the one I used was 2006, so being able to add a bit of extra light for exposure is very much appreciated. It makes the camera that much more usable, and feels quite plasticky, but it's quite solid in the hand. The lens I used was a 25 to 150, 4.5 to 6.3, and the closest focusing distance was 2.6. The lens comes off by pressing the button, and then that reveals the mirror there. And we just put the lens back on. Not much apart from the tripod mount on the base, and that's pretty much it. So, mustn't forget another feature, a diopter, which is very useful for looking through the viewfinder. We wear glasses particularly, or we don't, or we tend to we can change that. That was nice to experience that. So, camera number 224 of 365.